So now that we have the three drop downs rendering on the dog form component, what I want to do is this file has gotten quite large and I want to refactor it. So an easy way to refactor this is the three functions that I have here. I'm just going to export them into a helpers file or a helpers folder. So within my component or within the source actually, I'm going to create a new folder named helpers, and in here I'm just going to create a new file named index.ts. And if I go into my dog form component and cut this all out and paste this in here, first off, I want to export these three functions. So export the render breed, the subbreed, and the render number so we can access them. We also want to get the dispatch as a second parameter to the functions. So if I copy this and paste it in after the value again and one more time, and now we need to pass the dispatch in from the component. So if I control space now, we can now get the render breed from the helpers. So the first argument is the e.target.value, and then the second will be the dispatch, like so. So we now need to do the same 3 times, paste that in, and we also need to import this from helpers, and then the last one again, render number from helpers, and then paste in the dispatch like so. And now we don't need action type here, we need to import that into the helper. So if I go back into here and import action type from my reducer file, and then the dispatch needs a type also. So if we import the dispatch type from Redux, and then in the dispatch type we just want to pass in the any. And now if I save all, we now need to repeat this 2 more times in this helper file. And now, as you can see, if I save again, we have now cleaned up the dog form component. I also want to add prop types onto the interface. So the subbreed list is an array of strings. So I'll just put in string and then add an array there. And then for the breed list, I now want to create a type for this. So in my types folder, I want to create a new file named breed.ts. And I'm just going to bring over what I have already. It is a little messy. Control A, V. So essentially each key, so I've copied all of them, and each key has a type of the subbreeds type, which is an array of strings. So now if I export the breeds type, and this is going to be imported into the breed list here. So if I paste this in and import it from my breeds type like so, and now if I save, it is now rendering and we have the relevant types for the breed list and the subbreed list as well. I also want to delete the console log here, and now if I save all, the final thing what we want to render is the button component, so we need to create that as well.